back, ladies and gentlemen. We had a few questions for me by two posters on the the GSBB, Goalie Store Bulletin Board. First question was discussing, where did I put it? Okay, right here. Person wants to know the ideal pad strapping and comfort. He asked me when I stand up straight, which strap should I feel stress on, and how to make his thigh wraps work. So and he was also discussing earlier in the question about his toe straps. So here we go. I have my leg pad right here, and we're going to discuss a little bit about first the toe tie right here. I'm going to bring the camera to it, make it a little easier for you guys to see this time. So as you can see right here, I have what I had originally said was an inch, is really about an inch and a half since I measured it from the end of the bridge to the end of the last knot. So that seems to last me well. Obviously these go through the skate and then on top. So the problem with a lot of people is okay, they're gonna go with like this much slack. So when the pad comes around, when you get back up, it's gonna want to stay down because there's no tension pulling it back up. So what's going to happen is you're going to leave the pad kind of standing like this when your foot is out like this. That's going to create some problems with your stance, and you're really going to be pissed off about your leg pads more than you're worried about the game. So then he asked about the strapping. So I went ahead and I set up my strapping how I have it on my leg pad. As you can see, I didn't do the bootstrap. Bootstrap I have pretty tight on my pad. I like it a little tighter because that's how I had it when I was a kid, when I had the old style pads, and it just feels right for me right now. And the bootstrap is kind of how it works for you. And I've read a lot online with the new Vaughn V5 pad that a lot of guys like it tighter, and it works a lot better. So I have my bottom leg strapped pretty tight. As you can see from the end, I have it three holes in. Obviously you're gonna tuck this in like that, but who cares? I did this quick for you guys just so you can see it. As I work up, I go to the fifth hole on this one. So four holes open. So 2 you see there, and then the 4. This is a looser one. Doesn't get too tight. Pretty good. It still holds me in. Plus these hold out because my leg's going to be in there, which it is not right now. Then on the top strap, I just pretty much go as the loosest setting. I let 2 holes from the very end sit out, and it's very, very, very loose. So when I stand, I feel all of them on my back, my leg, not too tight, but still I can feel them. No real stress. I'm not like in pain. I'm not like, I don't feel the entire weight of the pad because it's still pretty tight on my boot because I keep the boot pretty tight. And as you can see, I wear the Velcro up here pretty tight. I put it on the tightest. Then these nylon straps, I could pretty much cut them out because I don't really use them. And now I'm gonna get to the question about the thigh wrap. The gentleman's question was, how does his stay comfortable? He has a Vaughn pad, so I assume he has the same exact ones I do. So you can see right here, what I do is I pretty much use all of it. I have a pretty skinny leg, not too big. I'm not very muscular, so my leg pretty much fits perfectly in this perfect size, and I keep it about pretty tight on my leg. It's it'll work a little bit when I go down. It still moves because it's pretty loose in there. You can see it can move around a lot. I keep it the entire length of the Velcro that they give me. I mean, that's not going to work for someone who has a bigger calf or a smaller calf. I mean, not a calf, a bigger or smaller thigh, because you're not going to be able to get that tight. So I recommend doing on Vaughn pretty tight. It'll hold you in there. So, and to me, it's pretty comfortable. They're pretty hard, so, and I've taken a few pucks and no pain, which is good, thankfully. But I also wear them underneath my pants. I've seen some guys wear them over the pants, and I just think that looks stupid. But to each their own. I wear them on the inside really tight so that they really don't interfere with my pant, and I can still move around. Alright, so now we are going to move on to the second gentleman who asked me right on the I had started a thread about the goalie drill instruction videos, and he asked me if I could do a side video that goes into more detail on how to lace up my pants properly and the straps on the back of my chest protector, or CA, however you call it. So I came prepared. I have my pants right here. As you can see, I have, again, the V5 7800. I went a little crazy with Vaughn. As you can see, it has the normal laced up here, and then as I go up, you can see that on the interior it has this loop. You can either use this loop to tie your chest protector to this, which you would still use these straps, or from the top of these you can just lace it through so this stays here. So what you want to do, I'm going to take it out and we're going to make it a little easier for you to understand. If I can just pull them all out. So now this is just hanging there. It has nothing holding it, nothing supporting it, right? You can see in there, there's nothing. So what I do is I take the lace and I tuck it in through the strapping, and I pull it through on both sides, like I'm tying like about to tie a shoe. And then there's the two metal eyelets that obviously you're gonna lace through on opposite. If I can do it, it's kind of hard with one hand, but I want to make sure you guys see this and understand it, because that's what the question is. And as you see, you'll pull it tight. Then you do the same for the top one, and I wear my pants kind of tight, not super tight, because you don't want to restrict your movement too much, but you don't want it too loose where they fall off your pants and everybody sees your butt. Doubt you really want anybody to see your butt on the ice. So let me just get that one through if I can find the other end. There you go. Then I tie it like a shoe right in here. You're gonna have this pretty tight. It looks weird to me right now, but that's why that thing's folded down. You're going to tie it like a shoe. And then you're going to tie it like a shoe. And I double knot it just to make sure that it stays tight. Sorry, this just doesn't look right to me right now, but it is. And it's kind of weird for me right now. I don't know, maybe just a brain fart. And then you'll see I have this strap, and it's like a belt. It doesn't really do much, but I like to tighten it up real tight around here just to hold it in place. Nothing really fancy about it. And that pretty much take care of your pants and put it on. When you put your pants on, just make sure that they're your hips are pretty deep. They're gonna come up real high on you, because your chest protector doesn't always come down too tightly. So now we're gonna go over the chest protector, and he wanted me to discuss the back straps on the back of my chest protector, or on the back of the chesty. Okay. So as you can see, we're going to start with the arms. The arms are both the same on the same side, as is the back. We'll only go over like pretty much half the back because they're exactly the same. You can see here, Vaughn has the stretchy straps, I think nylon-ish. As you can see, they're just a little loose. and then you have these ones up here. You also have the like ties. They double knotted these into place. I've just left them the way they are. As you can see, that one's on the inside. Same down here. Oh, this one's coming a little loose, so I gotta tighten that one up actually, so my elbow doesn't fall out. Hold on one second. I gotta tighten this real quick. So I'm gonna have to put that on the camera, or else I'll drop it and break the camera. All right. Now you see that's the backing of the elbow, because you want that pretty in there good, because if you come down and that moves off to the side, elbow on ice. My friend did it last year as a player. He now has 6 stitches on his elbow. Not too fun for him. So now on to the lower back, which we have here. Vaughn put in a clip. I rarely unclip them. And this is how I have it strapped up, and not too tight. Because if you go too tight, you will again restrict your ability to move, and you won't be able to turn your back, and you'll get hit in the side where there's not much padding. Like you can see on the back, there is literally no padding behind the big shoulder pad right here that protects just the armpit area. So I like that relatively. Probably about medium, not relatively tight, not relatively loose. Then we're gonna go to up here on the top. This is not allowed in the NHL, because in the NHL the floaters must be attached to the pad, so these Velcros right here wouldn't be here. But I keep these pretty much the medium. You can go tighter, you can go looser. What I don't want is it to be too loose, so that when it gets hit, that, in my opinion, the puck just drops and just like taps it and like falls. I want it to kind of hit and give a little bit of a bounce when it comes off, because I don't want it to like... I kind of want it to shoot a little off my body so it goes in front instead of just goes straight down into my equipment. If you can really understand that. But that's pretty much the backing of the pad. Front, there's no real strapping because all mine are hidden in the back behind the protective unit. Right here you have the strap so that you can hook it into your pants. The V5 7800s aren't meant to be inside the pants. The LT90 is really the pant that you want to tuck along with the chest unit. It makes it a tighter fit in here, and it makes more of your body want to move. V5 7800 is untucked out over the pant, so definitely the chest is longer. But I hope that satisfies your questions, and if not, I hope these guys email me, or if you have any more questions, if you're not the one who answered it, if you have any more questions about these quick things I just went over, let me know, and I will definitely make a video if I need to. If not, I'll be able to answer the question right out. So I'll be glad to answer your questions. I love answering questions. I love hearing back from you. So I can't wait to hear from you in the future. Thank you, these two gentlemen, for the questions, and keep them coming. We'll talk to you later.